and it looks like a little mouse or a puppy or a little bear or something. I thought it was my imagination. So I was like, okay, it's not just my imagination. What's up everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another video, and I assure you we have some very exciting stuff today. I'm gonna hike a bit, look for some views, maybe the ocean. It is at the moment about 5:30 in the morning. I woke up at 4:30 to get my bag all ready with everything I need to take, and I wish I could have caught this on video, but I come here, I pull my camera out, I get all excited to start filming, and I forgot my SD card in my computer. And I wish I could have filmed my reaction, but I had no SD card. But I was like, no, I cannot believe I spent like an hour getting all ready. I charged the batteries, extra batteries, and I forget to put the SD card in my camera. Oh my gosh. So I learned this lesson in the past. So now I always take an extra SD card, memory card in my bag, just in case. I'm actually using a micro SD card with an adapter. So I hope that works decently okay compared to a normal SD card. Should work totally fine, I think. So yeah, woke up much earlier than I normally do. Had to go to sleep very early. But yeah, pretty excited to see what we find. Alright, so we got to get hiking right now so we can try to catch the sunrise, hopefully. But just look at these mountains. Look at that, just like all these little plants growing up there. Looks like a backhoe or something has scraped away some gravel from here. But this morning, when I started hiking, I saw some awesome colors. Just like a little bit of orange and red and yellow across the sky. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a really nice sunrise. Okay. Alright, let the hike begin. I have no idea how this happened, but I got 2 holes in my t-shirt. No idea how that happened. This is like probably my newest shirt. Of course. It doesn't happen to the shirts that I've had for like years. It happens to the brand new one. But it kind of happens sometimes. It does happen. And you know what I actually think is... Oh, wait a moment. Something's messing up with the size, so... Okay, got that fixed. What I find is, now that this shirt has a little hole, I'm totally fine using it. Whereas when a shirt's like brand new, you're kind of scared to use it. You don't want to like get a stain on it or wreck it or who knows what. But now this shirt is like officially broken in. So... not afraid to use it. Ah, look at these plants. Oh my gosh, guys. Last night there was this insane storm. There was so much thunder, so much lightning. It was so loud. Pretty scary. I know there's some crazy storms going on in Texas and Houston. Some crazy floodings over there. T in the road. Can either go this way or that way. Not sure which way will get us the best view. Oh wait, there's a third pathway. This way looks more adventurous. Ooh, some water. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. Oh my god. I stepped down by that water flowing to try to get a nice close-up of it. And my shoe, these are skating shoes, got completely submerged in the mud. Oh my gosh. Guys, so far in a matter of like 10 minutes, forgot to bring an SD card and totally submerged my foot into super deep mud. Let's hope that's it for today in terms of stuff trying to go wrong. You see, guys, all these things trying to turn me back, but no. So my shoe is totally muddy and there's nothing I can do about that. But I'm gonna rinse my shoe off in the water. That way at least it doesn't dry with mud on it. It's already going to be soaking wet and muddy, but I'd rather it be water because the water will dry out. Alright, my shoe is so slushy. It's just like slush. This stuff just happens. I'm not sure how good this is showing up on camera, but there's this really foggy cloud right here. It's like mist. Not sure if that's coming out. Ooh. This is the type of tree that I can just stare at, just like observing. Just look at the roots and the vines. Well, there's not really vines on this one, but just like the design of the tree. It's almost like a piece of art. Look at that. Got the nice roots, the swirly trunk. What is that? Do you guys see that? Whoa, look at that. It's like a little rancho hut hanging from a tree. Do you guys see that? Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. That is weird looking. Pretty spooky. Looks like some dirt bikes have been around here. I think. Yeah. Ooh, whoa, almost slipped there. Whoa. Okay, so made it up to this spot. Really nice views of the mountains and the jungliness. And I see this bird up in this tree, and I'm not sure 100%, but it looks like it might be a hawk. It might be a hawk or an eagle. It kind of has that shape, but it looks really cool. I'm gonna try to get a shot of it. We're gonna shift into music, and I will do my best to get some cinematic shots. We will do our best. Oh, that bird just looks so cool. Cool, awesome, spectacular. I have this pretty cool story, and it happened last night just before the sunset. So I was at home, and I have never been able to catch a spiderweb building its web because they're always out in the trees and stuff, and you never really see them when they're building it. But last night there was this spider who started building a cobweb right at the edge of the house, and the problem with filming a cobweb normally is you have a bright sky behind it. So it's really hard to see the spiderweb. It's just everything gets blown out and overexposed. But because there was wood behind the cobweb, I was able to get a little time lapse of it building it. I only caught it like halfway through it, but I think it was still pretty cool to just see it in action. Okay, so I've just been hanging out, snacking a bit, just enjoying myself. And I actually just did this very cool video, unique video for all of my patrons, whether they're supporting me $1 or anything above. And this video is about this hiking trip that my dad and I went on, and there's a bunch of footage from it. I told the story, all the stuff that went on, but that is on my Patreon page. So if you do want to check it out, you can support me for as little as $1 and gain access to, of course, this video that I'm talking about. But also I do stuff like live streams. I give exclusive content and exclusive updates about stuff that's going on. So if you're interested in checking it out, links in the description. Here's a little sneak peek.
First day is the worst.
Like I said, rest will be on Patreon. Okay, let's continue. Do you see that little flower? It totally looks like a face. So I was just filming some things in my yard, and I filmed this little flower, and I look at the video clip, and it looks like a little mouse or a puppy or a little bear or something. I thought it was my imagination. I went and showed my mom, my dad, my sister, see what they thought of the video clip, and they're like, that kind of looks like a face. So I was like, okay, it's not just my imagination. But it's funny because from every other angle, that flower does not look like a face. Unless you're at the perfect angle, then it totally looks like a little face. So pretty interesting find, I would say. So do you see that little flower right there? This little flower right here. So actually I have a funny story with these and funny memory of these plants. Before I started homeschool at the school I used to go to, I remember in recess, my friends and I, we would run around throwing these little flowers at each other. And these little things, they kind of just like pop right out of the thing, and then they fall on the ground so you can pick them up. And if you throw it with like the right like whip in the wrist and like the elbow, and like little practice, you get good at it, you can throw it and kind of like hit someone. You get some aim and like boom, and it doesn't like hurt badly, but it's just kind of like a ow, like I'm gonna hit you back with one of these. And I remember the teachers would always get mad at us because in recess we'd be running around throwing these flower things at each other, and they would end up all over the classroom and all over everywhere. So they ended up telling us we had to stop doing that, or else we like got in trouble and stuff. But these actually go by a few different names that I know of, probably more but I don't know of them. Main one that I know of is haliconia, and you got these that are kind of larger. You see it almost is like the flower connects to the leaves and it's like molded all together into, it is one plant. And I've also heard other people call these parrot plants. Not sure why, but they do. I'm sure many of you know of the hibiscus, and most of the time these are red. These are the most common ones that I see the most often. But sometimes you spot these ones that are kind of like a light orange, almost like a skin color. Let's say like a peach sort of color. And those are slightly more rare. You don't see them everywhere, but certain plants have more than others. And I just noticed this other hibiscus. So this one, I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm not focusing. So this is a little pink hibiscus, and I feel these are the most rare because I hardly ever see pink hibiscus. That's hard. That does not roll off the tongue nicely. This right here is actually one of the bigger iguanas that tends to like hanging out in my backyard. This one actually left for a few months and then has returned. And right here, he always comes down right around the middle of the day for lunch. He's eating a papaya that I had this morning I ate it about 3 a.m. and then I threw it into the yard so that he could finish it off. So he seemed to be enjoying that. Oh, here he goes. He's heading out. Yeah, they like to come down to get some food, but then my dogs, they always chase after them, so they gotta hurry up and get back up in the tree to be safe. Nice one. So if you watch any of my other videos, you know that most of the time I do a positive quote at the end of my video, and that's probably what you were expecting me to do at the end of this video, is stand here and talk about a quote and describe it with words, but I did something way, way better. Throughout to this entire video, I've actually been visually presenting a positive mentality or mindset. So what I mean by that is, at the beginning of the video, at the beginning of the day, I forgot my SD card. That's definitely could have been a big bummer. And then I completely submerged my foot with a shoe into mud. That definitely could have been a bummer. And I did get killed by bugs. So that could have been like 3 bummers that you could have counted. Like, these are 3 reasons why today was a poopy day. But whenever those things happened, I tried to just go with it. So I made sure I had an extra SD card. So that wasn't planned out, obviously. And then when I stepped in the mud, I could have easily been like, what a bummer, today's just not working out. I'll just forget about filming this video and I'll do it some other day. But I was like, whatever, my foot's gonna be a little slushy, but it's not the end of the world. It actually kind of makes for some funny video footage, so I figured, I'll just continue with that. And then at a later point, I kind of got bit by a ton of bugs, and I feel like it would have been really easy at that point to just like forget about this video, just today isn't working out. But I kind of just like kept my composure, went on, and then the day kind of just like got better and better. I was able to get some really nice footage, the sun kind of popped out, and then when I came home, I found this iguana that hadn't been here for a while. So the day went from seeming like it wasn't going to be the best to being actually a really awesome day. So yeah, visual quotes. That's going to be the new thing. No, I'm joking. I don't think I could do this in every single video, but this video just, I feel, happened to kind of work out like this. Just go with it. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow, early in the morning.